2023, and this is a 5-minute video on the secrets of buying options and all. Puts or calls, really doesn't matter. One of the things is all I'm gonna talk about is the technical part. The option strike, how much time you should give yourself, that's something you need to study on your own, and really, I'm gonna be showing it to you, but I'm not going to go to the option chain and actually point it out to you. Because again, trading is risky. You can and you will lose money at trading. 99% of you will lose 100% of your money when you do an option trade. I'll just tell you that right up front. If you really want to check with your financial advisor, check with your significant other, and see if trading is even something that is actually suitable for you. Contact us here at Right Side Trading and see if we can actually help you learn how to trade options successfully and all. This is a option chain of a company right here. They have monthly, weeklies. They have expiration, number of days to expiration, a time period that these contracts are going to actually last. They have a price on these contracts, what they actually going to cost. They have an expectation of move right here. That's what delta is all about. They have a theta. That's how much money these things are going to actually lose per day, so it's a lot of parts to options that I'm not going to get into. What I want to show you what I think is important when it comes to options is learning how to buy them, or buy them again, buying calls or buying puts. You're always purchasing. This you guys where your brokers forces you to purchase options. They don't allow you to sell options. So again, you need to know, okay, when should I buy these things? You needed to be, number one, you need to be in the right location. Number two, you need to give yourself enough time to be right. Number three, you need to be aware of any events coming up. Will those events help you or will they hurt you? Number four, you need to get the right indicators, to help you see what's happening in the market. And number five is just selecting the right product to actually trade. And when I say the right product to actually trade, look at this, even this thing right here. Look how these deltas change. Look at the spreads between the strikes here. Be aware of that type of stuff that's actually out here on options and understand what that type of stuff means. I'm going to put a link to the characteristics of options. That doesn't help you too much, but that kind of helps you to see, what options are and what they kind of mean. So I will be putting a link to that out there. And I'm going to put another link out there about implied volatility. Because when people talk about volatility all the time, but it's relevant to the product that you actually are trading. So I'm going to put a link for that also. But first of all, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the charts, and I'm going to be done with this. First of all, location. This thing was dropping. It gave you a bullish looking pattern. We had an event coming up and pop. You don't know what's going to happen at that time. This is after the fact. But the second time that it came around is what we like trading a lot of times, is when it comes back down and filled that gap and it ended up popping again. Now on this one right here, this one gave us a bearish looking pattern at a top. And all this thing had been going up, and it gave it a bearish looking candle, a 3-candle bearish looking pattern, and it dropped. Just give yourself enough time for this thing to be right. It had an event also coming up. It gave you a second chance. Again, it popped up and it dropped to do that. Now when it comes to indicators, it's hundreds, maybe even thousands of indicators out there that you can actually use. Find an indicator that fits you and your style of trading. This thing right here, this is Apple. Apple with this particular indicator kind of worked out okay. I just pulled up Apple. I pulled up these things right here because I've traded them and all. Apple is something that I've traded in the past too. But Apple right here gave you a nice little, it's kind of when this is actually happening, it takes time. That's why I say the biggest work when it comes to actually trading options is working on yourself, being able to identify things and see things when they're actually happening. You won't, and that's why I was telling one person, you won't see these things until a couple of days later. Usually, like this whole diversion things in this MACD, where it made a high here and it didn't make it quite as high a high, and we see this on the stochastic also when these type of diversions happen and all. And it may end up giving you a drop, and it gets back to giving yourself enough time to catch that drop when it actually happened. This is what it was before This was a while back, and the other thing that I'm looking at here is again on this MACD. Everybody, if you study the MACD, they talk about this crossover and this going back up. The MACD had made a bottom. The market had made a bottom. The MACD was going back to the upside. This thing right here, it really didn't give you a good bullish looking pattern back to the upside, but the MACD was moving up, and like I told the other person, it can take you a couple of days before you actually see what's actually happening. Are you late? You know, this thing was down at $130 a share. It went all the way up to $150 a share, and before it started slowing down, and before it actually got to a supply level. So no, I don't think you'll be late. Just be like one of the things that Wally is saying now on his call is just be patient, and you want to catch that perfect wave. You want to get on the you're not getting on the wave as it's beginning. You're getting on the wave as it has already formed, and you can see that it's actually the perfect wave to be on at the time. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope this is helpful. Talk to you guys later. Bye.